We welcome Dr. Michael Charles from the International Federation of the Red Cross to chat about the effects of mental health, how the pandemic has contributed to our mental health, as well as mental health within the workplace. Welcome to the Loft, Dr. Charles.
Thank you very much, and welcome to the viewers as well.
Dr. Charles, it's been an extremely challenging few months, and with October being Mental Health Awareness Month, how has the pandemic affected people mentally and emotionally? And more specifically, how are you and your fellow colleagues in the healthcare profession coping?
The mental health of people has been quite affected over the last few months, as you rightly said. We're in unprecedented times with the COVID response, with the various lockdown levels. And we have seen that obviously with our volunteers from the International Federation of Red Cross, Red Crescent Societies, the Red Cross movement. We have our volunteers, our frontline workers, and they really tell us what they see. Obviously, there's fear, there's anxiety, there's fear of the unknown. And all that has really contributed towards people's mental health, towards the deterioration, and we're really seeing that in the communities now, and that's why we're saying we need to be more aware of mental health issues. We need to invest more in mental health issues, and we're calling on all actors, all employers, on all well-meaning people to say, let's focus on mental health. It's going to affect us. There's no health without mental health, so let's really focus on it.
Absolutely. But then, Doctor, we don't often acknowledge the signs that there is a mental health problem, and we keep pushing it away and keep pushing through. So what are the common signs that we should be looking out for?
There are many signs. Some of them are quite obvious and some of them are less obvious. There are signs, and we need to know our bodies. We need to know our colleagues' behavior. So we can look at things like people being more anxious, obviously, depression, not being able to get out of bed in the morning, having more headaches, behaving irrationally. Some people turn to the bottle, some people become more physical. And we've seen that in South Africa currently, that there's more cases of gender-based violence. So people react in different ways, but the key is let's know our body, let's know our neighbors, let's know our families. And once we notice anything that is beyond the ordinary, let's quickly act. Absolutely. Mental health should never be stigmatized. We need to embrace it, and we need to give help to the people that are affected.
But it might seem easier said than done, Doctor. Physically lowering your anxiety and that fear within is a tough call. So how can we do that?
We can do that in many ways. The first and foremost is let us be able to recognize it and let us look for help. And help can be in various ways. Help can be with our loved ones, the people that we're closest to. Help can be with our workmates. Help can be with our employers. But the biggest thing is let us look out for the signs and let us see where we can get help.
Further looking at the tools that you've provided, you recently conducted a webinar on psychological first aid in the workplace. So please may you just explain a bit more about this and how we can help each other and ourselves with anxiety, fears, and taking extra precautions.
Yeah, psychological first aid is something that we do usually, and we're trying to spread that also to the corporate sector and to all people that have businesses and have people working under them. It is exceptionally important, and we have three basic principles, meaning that we need to look for signs, look for avenues where we see that something is going wrong. We need to listen to our employees and employers, listen in all aspects, because a lot of the things we say can be altered when we have mental health issues. And then we need to link all those potential aspects. So let's listen, let's look, let's link all these, and let's see how we can help each other. The typical word in South Africa is Ubuntu. Let's help each other as much as possible.
And is that how we're going to destigmatize mental health, through Ubuntu? Under lockdown level 1, a lot of people are going back to work and just opening up and venturing outside a lot more. So how are we able to do that incredible act of destigmatization?
We need to bring awareness around mental health, but you're right in saying a lot of people are going out in level 1. However, the virus hasn't disappeared. We need to continue to physical distance. We need to continue to wear a mask. Yeah. And that's why we say physical distancing instead of social distancing. So that also has an aspect on mental health, obviously, because we're social as Africans. We like to see people. But let's continue to do that in a safe way.
Absolutely. The restrictions and the guidelines have not gone anywhere. So let's continue to sanitize, social distance or physical distance, as the doctor has already said, and be very, very safe, South Africa. Thank you for joining us, Dr. Michael Charles, for enlightening us on all things mental health. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Thank you very much.
Mental health affects us all in various forms, and it's important to realize the signs and not be ashamed to get the help you need.